In 2004, United Way started a dialogue. It was actually called LEAD, and really focusing on three communities: the Chinese community, the Afro-Caribbean community, and the South Asian community in York Region.
Based on the 2006 statistics, most of the poverty-ridden areas are Markham and Richmond Hill, where the majority of the South Asian community resides.
And the research that came out of that told us the best way to support the South Asian community was an organization or an entity that would not necessarily create all new services, but partner with our existing services. And Social Services Network really came out of that.
Social Services Network is an organization, a not-for-profit organization, which was established in 2004. At that time, United Way, who is one of our biggest funders, did the survey, and they recognized that because of the demographic changes, the South Asian community was increasing, but there were not many organizations which were serving that niche.
What SSN has done is bring the diverse South Asian community together. And by bringing the community together through visiting the community centers, establishing network with the communities, various different communities, we've been able to bring the South Asian community to work together, to talk to each other, share their issues, share their problems. By sharing, we're bringing in unity. And through unity, we're able to service the community.
What's been fascinating about Social Services Network and its evolution is, it really started off partnering with our member agencies and helping them access the South Asian community.
I'm going out and meeting executive directors, and we're setting up programs, and we're doing memorandums of understanding, we're doing joint programming. So I'm doing that at our level.
This journey began a number of years ago when we realized that the emerging populations were very different in York Region, and we needed to address that.
Start where the people are and work from that is my idea, because the community knows what it needs much better than the outsiders do.
Space is a major issue where people could come together and have a one-stop shopping for social services. We lack that today.
So our work at United Way is setting a big table where you've got corporate, labor, and agencies all working together on similar issues.
One thing is the cultural counseling. I think it's very critical. We're looking at mainstream agencies providing, and yes, we do have some agencies and support services that now have hired ethnically diverse staff so that they can reach out to these communities. But having one person and such a large load of people isn't always the best.
It's a resource issue because we're mandated to serve all residents of York Region, and we have limited resources and limited staff, so it makes it very problematic to get out and actually do what we want to do, which is actually go into communities and work with the communities.
Just having the one person is not enough, because every time what I found, inevitably we'll have that one staff member in an agency, but that staff member is being burnt out, and that's really not fair. We can't expect to have that one token South Asian face in an agency and say, well, we've done it, we filled the mandate, when the South Asian community is so diverse. It's the most rapid and fastest growing community in the region.
We also recognize that our own agencies that were doing good work didn't have a sense of how to engage the South Asian community, whether it be in employment counseling, family services, or supports for people who were having trouble with youth.
Once the people are made aware, the myths are dispelled. They know that it's okay. The Social Services Network is accessible. They see the results. Parents will definitely go for it. Functions that they are attending to, we will try and invite them to more functions next year. And it is just making our parents aware what's out there.
It would be nice and beneficial, as once we have a diverse staff, for them to also be able to provide the in-house training so other agencies, mainstream agencies, can come and learn from them.
You don't go looking for it until someone makes you aware of it. And that's what the Social Services Network is doing. And I think that would help all the parents.
I think the services that are being implemented by various agencies they need to be made with an objective in mind, and they should be measurable.
I think one of the things that I believe is really important is how the government flows the dollars. Traditionally, governments flow dollars to hospitals, community organizations, and then with those dollars they might say something like, you need to connect with the South Asian community, or you need to connect with the multicultural community. And I think there needs to be a change in that thinking. I think probably dollars need to go to the South Asian community, to the Asian community, and then maybe connect with us. I think it's done a little bit backwards.
What's been fascinating about Social Services Network and its evolution is, it really started off partnering with our member agencies and helping them access the South Asian community. Over time, it's emerged as a much stronger voice. So now, Social Services Network is the place you go for research on the South Asian community. It's becoming the hub where all activities, youth, seniors, supports for families, is all happening within that community. So we've seen the evolution of SSN being a conduit to now being a hub where the South Asian community goes, and also where our member agency goes. And that's a very natural progression. It was comparable to what happened with agencies years ago when the Italian-Canadian community came here with Costi, or the Chinese community as well. So it's a wonderful evolution to see.
The future for SSN, I see us as being able to sort of bring all the South Asian communities together. The role I see is that I would like to put SSN totally in research policy type of a mode, where we are relying heavily on evidence-based research. And I would like to see SSN becoming the repository of authentic information on the South Asians. And I think many organizations are beginning to recognize and accept that, but I think I would like to go a step further, and I would like us to become the South Asian Institute.
This is a land of opportunity where you can improve your quality of life, and you should improve the quality of your life.
मैं कैनेडियन हूँ और मैं चाहता हूँ कि हम सब मिल के काम करें ताकि हम कामयाब कैनेडियन बन सकें।
আমি একজন বাংলাদেশী कैनेडियन।
नमस्कार, मैं चाहिँ कैनेडियन नेपाली हूँ।
मैं कैनेडियन हूँ।
मैं एक प्राउड कैनेडियन सिख हैगा।
हूँ कैनेडियन छू।
मैं कनाडा में पैदा हुई थी।
मैं कैनेडियन हाँ।
We are Canadian.
I'm Canadian, and my message to you is to persevere. Relocating to another country is really only geography. You don't lose ties with your family, extended family and friends back home. You just develop new ones. Work is always going to be work, and you will succeed eventually, but persevere, and you've come to a land that's really beautiful and could really promises to give you great things in the future.
If you are within the system and you are a disciplined person, you can be successful anywhere in the world. Nobody's going to stop you.